Good day and welcome back to another DB Legends video. In this video we're going to be taking a look at the DAIMA team, or at least a variation of the DAIMA team, probably featuring, I would say, two of the most important characters in the DAIMA team. So we have the DB Legends Limited Sparking Yellow Majin Kuu, who is obviously an absolute beast. Then we have the Legends Limited Blue Super Saiyan 4 Goku, who is also an absolute beast. And then we have the Legends Limited Red Super Saiyan DAIMA Goku Mini, who is also an absolute beast. Now all three of them have very different functions. So Kuu is just basically a straight up amazing support. DAIMA Goku is a last man standing, the SS4 one. So he thrives on basically being the last unit out there, and also has a indestructible perk, which is amazing. And then we obviously have the red Legends Limited Super Saiyan Goku, who is a special eating unit that essentially exists to smash out some special damage. So yeah, honestly speaking, I would say for me that there is a very good kind of team here. It's the synergy of all the units that is of course amazing, and it's realistically the incredible prowess of the combining of all their abilities that really brings everything together. Majin Kuu is probably one of my favorites. There's a lot going on with him, but he's a damage support, a healer. He also has the ability to inflict paralysis, key recovery problems, boost your damage when he's defeated, and he can do some pretty decent stuff on his own. Then on top of that, obviously we have SS4 Goku. He is huge. So lots going on with him. A lot of it is his general tankiness. Quite a tanky unit, can soak up a lot of damage. But then it's also his big damage back. It's not just about the fact that he, does decent damage. It's about the fact that he does some pretty crazy damage back to the opposition. I think that is something that is really quite impressive with him as a unit. I think he's just got a lot of these amazing tools that he kind of brings to the table that I think cause a ton of problems for the opposition. So a very impressive unit in general. Then we have Red Legends Limited Goku. Now how the team is basically best functioning, or why the team works so well. Generally you have Majin Kuu, great at disrupting. So what happens is when the opponents are scared ahead of steam, you throw in Majin Kuu, you tend to have a really good time, and he can have an incredibly strong presence. So he's basically there, he disrupts the opposition a lot, he is very powerful, but it's his disruption that causes so many problems. That paralysis is huge, the fact that he heals, the fact that he can cause, he has a lot of vanish step, so you can kind of keep the enemy off of their toes, is very good. Then obviously once you've kind of established or maybe set up the enemy, you can swing in with two very good damage dealers. So the two great damage dealers that you have are obviously Red Legends Limited Super Saiyan Goku, who is great, especially in terms of special damage, great follow-up damage. And then you also have SS4 Goku. SS4 Goku, huge, just in general. One of the best units in the game, a great all-rounder. And if you can let him build up ahead of steam, his green card lets you keep up combos. His own tankiness really comes in handy. He can do huge damage with his specials because they nullify unfavorable element types. So they are just very good. There's a lot that goes on with him that I think is, I don't want to say undervalued, because he's definitely highly rated. In fact, he's probably the highest rated unit in the game right now. But I think it's understanding that there's so many ways you can hurt your opponent. It's him switching in and breaking up their combo. It's him being incredibly strong, like as a follow-up unit to Kuu. It's the fact that he can be switched in to be that beefy tank. It's the fact that he can soak a Rising Rush. It's a lot of really good stuff because of the fact he's got that indestructible. He's got all those really good capabilities. Obviously, he only has that ability while he is on the DAIMA team. He needs to have 2 other DAIMA units, and that's also what makes the DAIMA team so powerful. Majin Kuu's damage boost, for example, the just general strength of Red Legends Limited Goku. You don't need Goku. I mean, a lot of people are using Majin Buu. A lot of people are using Legends Limited Vegeta. I would say, probably Goku SS4, or definitely Goku SS4, and even Majin Kuu, to a certain extent, I think is probably more important than, let's say, like, probably more important than, let's say, like that Red Legends Limited Goku. Like, I think he's obviously great. He does a lot more damage than Majin Kuu, but he is, not, let's say, mandatory. He doesn't, have to be on the team. Doesn't have to do anything. So he's just a good follow-up damage dealer that enables us to have the full capacities of the units at hand. So not that I think he's bad by any means, but it's just more that, like, he's not necessarily absolutely required. However, he does great damage. He's still very, very good. Obviously, from the last anniversary, a very strong unit, very, very reliable. Great damage dealer. Also good at soaking damage. Not all the time, but under the right conditions, if you switch him in, especially to absorb a special damage, it's great for him. Remember, it also does a huge boost to his, like a huge boost to his crit rate as well if he soaks up a damage. So I think for me, he's really, really fun to run alongside this team, and also just gives me some good options. Ideally, I would probably want a purple just to give us some good counteract against the greens that could potentially give blue SS4 Goku some problems, but it's not mandatory. Again, I think you generally can get away with just running a solid third Legends option, DAIMA option, alongside SS4 Goku and Kuu. As long as you've got, whether it's Do or Legends Limited Vegeta or Legends Limited Goku, it can even be one of the Sparking Gokus, like it can be the Zenkai Sparking Goku. Like, it doesn't have to be anyone major, as long as they're reliable, as long as they're solid. Like, I think you just get so much out anyway, that honestly it just doesn't really matter that much, at least, from my perspective. With that being said, I will say that generally speaking, I am really, really impressed by this team. I think it's such a strong team, and I think there's no wonder that it is probably the top team in the game right now.